Now we talked about Jacob Fatu and his debut and everything like that. And Kenny, I was expecting like Hikuleo or whatever his name is to debut. He's still on the line, and there's potentially like 20 million other Samoan wrestlers waiting to debut in the WWE. One that is very at the top of the list, in my humble opinion, even though he just started wrestling, is Zilla Fatu.
Zilla Fatu. So he's been teasing some stuff.
Yeah.
I think he's just, honestly, an entitled kid. The guy just was in jail for 6 years, got out of jail, and just started wrestling in 2023. Now he's saying, pretty soon you guys will see me. I don't remember the exact words, but after Jacob Fatu, he was like, see you soon.
Right.
Let Jacob Fatu have his moment. Why are you jumping in here and making the conversation about you? You got to relax. You got to stay in school down there, and you got to cook. I just don't know if this guy is... Well, you said you saw some of his stuff in the ring, right? What do you think about his progress and how he's coming along?
Well, he is good for a beginner. I mean, like you said before we started the video, I guess it must be in their blood or in their bloodline to be good at wrestling. And yeah, like Samoans, they seem to be super physical, and wrestling is a super physical sport, so they thrive in it. Now, I know even less about this dude than I know about Jacob Fatu, so I've never really even seen his promo. But I mean, he has a good look, and he seems very young, so there's a lot of time to go ahead and develop Zilla into a star. And well, let me just show you the picture here about an article. I mean, you look at him, he's there with Jacob Fatu. I mean, like, he was wrestling basically under his wing too. I mean, he has all the right ingredients to be something in the business. And I mean, like, I never thought for 1 second that they would bring in Camacho, Mr. Tangaloa, back. Tama I always liked him, and he's, doing great. But yeah, Tangaloa, if they brought him in there, and if they bring Hikuleo, like that big Samoan dude, very big one, man, I think it's almost a guarantee that Zilla Fatu is going to be in the WWE as well. If it's not for the Bloodline storyline, it's going to be happening later. I just don't see a world where WWE is going to pass up on him unless, of course, some crazy stuff happened, which I'll let you handle that one, Kenny.
Yeah, so like you said, you don't know much about Zilla Fatu. I don't know much about Zilla Fatu. Well, I didn't before I saw this article. It tells us a lot about the kid, and we can go ahead and take a look at it to point out some interesting facts. But you mentioned one thing there. You said, would he debut with the Bloodline? Should he debut with the Bloodline? I think right now it's getting to the point where it's too much.
Right.
You got all of these guys that we're unfamiliar with, and they're just throwing them at us just like week after a few weeks. We're just getting a lot of these guys, and they're not really building them up individually. They're putting them in this group, and what happens if this group breaks up? Then you just got all of these guys on the roster kind of floundering by themselves, trying to see who sticks and who doesn't. And Camacho, we've already seen that happen with him.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think he's kind of like bottom level when it comes to the group we see right now. So, I mean, I don't know. But I think Zilla Fatu is a guy who may be able to stand on his own, just like a Roman Reigns.
I agree.
Just the picture you showed just now, you see when he was standing next to Jacob Fatu, this was kind of like earlier in his career.
Yeah.
Then in the picture right next to it, you see where he got the tattoos on his chest. He's kind of, you can tell he's working out. He understands, like, he needs to get that look. And I think he's getting there. So let's see where Zilla Fatu comes from.
Well, before that, Kenny, I just want to say, we don't even know his age. Like, he's so young, and he's like, he just started this thing so, just a month or two ago, maybe a year ago, that people are suspecting he's either 23 or somewhere between 27. But he definitely looks really young.
I think we can kind of wind it down here. Let's scroll down a little bit in the article, because it does say, go down to the part where he spent some time behind bars.
There he is. For 6 years.
Go down a little bit more. Yeah. So a number of pro wrestlers have come from difficult backgrounds in the past, and Fatu is no different. After his father's death, his father is Umaga. Zilla got in the wrong crowd, which, you know what, you can blame the crowd, but my friend, it's you.
Right.
Which ultimately resulted in his arrest and imprisonment just at the age of 15. So he was 15 when he got locked up. He was charged with aggravated robbery and spent 6 years in Texas State Penitentiary before being released in March of 2022. So what's 15 plus 6, kiddo?
21.
21. Now he started wrestling in 2023.
Right.
So
Damn.
he's what, 22?
Yeah, 22 or yeah, something like that.
23. So
He's
there we
way
figured
too
out the
young.
mystery.
Yeah.
Very young. Now, if he keeps cooking, I don't know how his promo game is, but he looks like he has that aura, charisma,
Right.
the it factor, whatever you want to call it. So if the promos are good, I think we might see WWE actually put him in a spot like Roman Reigns. When Roman Reigns gets out of there, he could be the next generation, because the other guys we see in the bloodline right now, they are older fellas.
Yeah, way older actually.
Zilla Fatu, I mean, they might even want to get him. I don't know. Maybe you let him stay on the Indies, cook down there with Booker T, because that is who he's training with. It says, but we won't get into that.
You want to
he
say
fell
it?
out with Booker T at the school, but apparently he is back in the school with him. So
He fell
out. Booker T really does feed some of these wrestlers into WWE through his developmental program.
For sure.
So
The
this is a good
Usos.
spot for him.
The Usos started with the Booker T wrestling
Usos
school.
did?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. See,
Yeah.
that's why we got Kiddo here to give y'all the facts. But it is a lot of wrestlers too. Some of the girls in NXT also. Roxanne Perez.
Right.
Am
Yeah.
I correct in that?
That was
See, a lot of
Booker T champion.
A lot of these people from Reality of Wrestling go up to WWE. So I'm sure WWE has an eye on him right now in Reality of Wrestling. When it's time, they will pluck him from there, put him in NXT, clean him up a little bit more. He's got all the time in the world. So I think he is going to be a future star in the WWE, because they're saying he's got the tools. And as long as he sticks with it, stays out of trouble, he could be one of those guys. So we'll see.
So are you predicting I'm curious, like, Bloodline is off the table for now, for him? Off the
I say
table.
take it off the table.
I agree.
Because Bloodline, again, we got Roman Reigns and the guys who are older, kind of at the helm of that. I say once that's over, then you bring this guy in, let him stand on his own, or have him the guy to take down everybody in the Bloodline one by one in a few years. You know?
Yeah, because like
you really send them on that path.
It feels like you said, every single week we get another new face showing up. And again, I crapped on him a whole bunch in this video. I feel bad, but like a guy like Tangaloa, who doesn't have much to show in the ring or outside of it, he's already outshined. He's already in the background. And with Jacob Fatu coming in, he's now twice the more in the background. Like, I'm surprised that they got him in the first place. I was like, oh, they got Tamatanga. That makes a lot of sense. And they got nobody else from that, whole brotherhood, that whole faction. That makes a lot of sense. So when Camacho came in there, I was like, what? Okay. This is what they're doing right now, I guess. I would feel the same way if that, big guy came in as well, Hikuleo. Like,
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
I don't know if they need that anymore. And Zilla,
too much.
Yeah, Zilla would be way more welcome. But I agree with you. Like, you need to now, I guess, plant your feet and really establish the size in the Bloodline story, which I think with the build up to Money in the Bank, I think they're starting to do that. They kind of paired up Cody and CM Punk together. I don't know where that's gonna go. That's a whole nother video. But yeah, Zilla, super promising. If he can stop himself from making bad decisions in the future and focus on wrestling. I just like Jacob. I think the sky's the limit for this guy. Legit, not just because he's Samoan, but like he's legit.
Yeah,
seems like full of potential. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, looks like a star. And a lot of the wrestlers who have been to jail, they always thrive. MVP, Booker T. You got this guy coming up. I think Jacob Fatu has been to jail too. So come on, man. Let's do it.